Alrighty, good afternoon, YouTube. Hajim Zero here, back with another quick movie review. uh, this one is called CYPHER. It stars Lucy Liu, and I forgot the other guy's name already. I just looked at it. It was Jeremy something, but again, we could talk about it in the comments section. And another known actor was the guy that played Tucker from Dawn of the Dead. Those are like the two big names attached to this movie. But anyway, getting into the review. The movie is about a unemployed accountant, and his wife pretty much suggests that he should work um at her father's company, but come to find out he's really going to be doing corporate espionage. So what's really interesting about this movie, number one, is that, and then number two is how deep the espionage went, because they had actually brainwashed him. They gave him a whole new identity, and really with the twist and a little bit of a spoiler, even though I'm still not going to say it, uh, with him having a new identity, they did it twice, and he was a double agent for another corporation. I think it was three different corporations. It's revealed it's a third corporation, a real one he's working for, and the main big boss was not who it really seemed to be, and that's pretty much as vague as I'm gonna get. This movie was pretty old. It came out 2002. I don't know why I was thinking it came out in the 90s, but it came out like I said, 2002. Um, to be honest, I declare something to be extremely old if it came out like around the 90s. I guess in another 10 years, stuff that came out from like 2000 up to 2010 is going to be considered old. But I think this is yeah, she already did Charlie's Angels after this, but this is one of these low budget, science fiction thrillers. You can really tell most of these from the past movies all the way a little bit up to Equilibrium. Most of those movies they'll probably show on the Sci-Fi Channel, especially the next one I'm going to review, and uh, it was another one I was thinking in mind, but pretty much the first time you watch it, it does keep you on edge, because it's really about, okay, who's this big main boss that they were talking about named Sebastian Rooks, who was pretty much controlling the whole thing. And it's kind of funny how they gave him a new identity, and he was really acting. I think he had asked the guy, who is this guy like? And they gave him the new idea. Okay, the main character's technical name is Morgan Sullivan, and then they give him a new identity called Jack Thursby. And pretty much he had asked, okay, what's Jack Thursby like? And then the guy said, whoever you wanted to be. And he really does play on this really, really funny role. He is sent to all these conventions to spy on them, and that's a twist on it by itself. What I will say, the most interesting thing, what caught my eye in this movie, how they did the brainwashing. There was a drug in their drink that they get, and it puts them in a trance, and then these people come in, they put these devices on, and they put a massive, recording over and over, you're not this person, you're not this person, and X, Y, and Z. And the drug is one form of the brainwash, but you seeing that programming in the back of your mind of your limbic system, I believe that's what gets you hooked in and controlled. So, with the brainwashing, pretty much it really interests me, because there's a theory going on now with the whole MK Ultra thing, and how they were saying that some of our music is pretty much mind controlling and manipulation. One guy was saying, and I think he tried it during one of his trials. He got busted for like doing a rapid murder or shooting, and then he tried to blame it on like Taylor Swift's music or something like that. And the good thing about me is that really with brainwashing, and I think it goes into hypnosis, is really not the other person controlling your mind. It's really your mind finally, you making the decision to cave in into something if it's repeated over and over and over again. And I'll admit I've been a sucker for that, or indirectly a sucker for it. But at the same time, it has kept me in check, so my ego won't go all off on the high end. So I think when a lot of people say that I'm a very handsome person, I really don't think so. I really believe I am a tad bit ugly, but I guess beauty is on the eye of the beholder. So technically, I'm like that because I've heard it a lot when I was a kid, over and over and over again, and that's why I'm not that. When people give me that compliment, it is a shocking revelation, and a lot of people tell me that, but I just can't. I really don't believe it. That's possibly the one thing about myself. But like I said, it does keep me in check because I don't want to end up like Kanye West or any other of these hype or Floyd Mayweather whose ego's straight up their ass. So that's just me personally being on it. But this movie was very interesting, really, with the whole espionage. But the brainwashing technique was the one thing that had caught my eye because I think I seen it before. And what was it? I think it was Street Fighter 2, the animated movie, when M. Bison had brainwashed Ken, and he was playing a couple images over and over again. But I guess it was a little bit of his insanity because he really wasn't saying anything to him. At least on this one, they were saying you are not Jack Thursby, and it just had it being repeated over and over again. And I guess the drug, whatever that they were taking, it had pretty much put their mind a little bit asleep, and it was like in a trance of a gaze, and then that's when the people had went in, and then they put the machine on and they played that auto thing over and over again. But with the MK Ultra thing, you can look it up. I think it was somewhat of the same thing. It was pretty much saying that at any moment the government has done this to these certain people, mostly men, and they press a button and make them and watch them to just go snap. Yeah, so there's many conspiracy theories about it. I kind of do believe it does exist, but I'm not that crazy with the conspiracy theories. I'm not Alex Jones, so I'm not gonna go into whole detail talking about it. The good thing I even put the brainwashing concept, of course, in one of my story in the comic book series. I'm kind of vaguely doing now. I'm trying to jumping back and forth between projects. I think I mentioned that before, but it's pretty much an interesting movie and concept. And that's pretty much all I have to say about it. I will talk to you guys later. Peace.